My name is Patrick Mbugwa. I'm the general manager of Wildfire Flowers. Wildfire Flowers is based in Naivasha along Moi South Lake Road. We currently employ 650 employees and occupy an area of about 42 hectares. We grow two crops, roses and a summer crop called hypericum. Roses are grown in greenhouses and hypericum is an open door crop. Sustainability is an important aspect of our production. Energy being a huge component of what we do, that's why we decided to make our energy consumption efficient. Instead of relying primarily on grid, we made a decision to invest in solar power because solar power is readily available and in this area in the tropics, and it was the cost of installing solar has gone down considerably, and therefore the decision was made to invest in solar power. It fits into our agenda, sustainability agenda, in two ways. One, it is green energy. It is available. Once you install, then you can enjoy that source of energy pretty much for free, at least for about 80% of the lifespan of the plant. Number two, you reduce your costs considerably. We all know cost of the grid for most businesses, manufacturers and agricultural sector together is a huge cost of our income statement. And therefore for us, that was a no-brainer to invest in a solar. Number three, as an addition, the savings that we get from reducing dependence on Kenya Power or the grid, which works out about 20%. These are resources we can invest in other sustainability initiatives of our operations. And therefore, again, it is a no-brainer why we chose this project. It fitted very well. Right, our main energy requirements are two: pumping, because as we all know, agriculture uses a lot of water. Roses especially needs a lot of water, and therefore you need to be able to supply your crops with water consistently throughout the day. We irrigate about 8 hours a day, and therefore you would be running a pump pretty much 8 hours in a day. Number two is our cold stores. Cold chain management for flowers, as is with other perishable products, is very key for you to deliver a quality product in the market. Therefore, once the flowers are harvested, they have to be in a cold store until they leave the farm to the airport. That is, again, our cold stores run throughout 24 hours. That's another major consumer of power. I would not say we had power gap per se. It is the cost of providing that power to the various operations that we have on the farm. How efficient can you be? We've taken several initiatives even before we started with the solar. We have installed LED lights across the farm. Hypericum, which is a summer crop, meaning it needs longer daylight hours, which requires us to light it at night, consumes a lot of power. It is not covered under the current the solar system, but what we have done, we have invested heavily in LED lights to provide the light at night. That is going to save us. This is a project we've started recently, and it's going to save us about 25-30%. That will be another huge saving. Going back to the solar power, it has given us that flexibility of being able to run our operations at lower cost. Lower cost, as I said already, that gives you a chance to be able to invest in other initiatives. The solar PV journey started with us, of course, seeking out various providers to see what the solutions are there in the market. Once we settled on chloride, we embarked on a journey to do a feasibility study. And among the things we handled in the feasibility study is to make sure that the system we come up is customized to our power needs during the day, because we do not have the capacity to store the generated power for use at night. Therefore, if you end up overproducing during the day, that means you'll be wasting the power. First of all, you can't even feed it back to the grid. Therefore, you just lost power. That was very, very important, so that we don't end up wasting capital, capex, and we make sure we fit. We don't then again design a smaller system than our requirements. Once we did that, then we also studied the financial feasibility of the project to make sure we know how long will it take to pay back, for the project to pay back itself. There are several schemes run by companies providing solar power. They can build a power and they lease it to you, so you're paying them a certain fee, a grid fee, or you can buy the unit or the plant outright. And we elected to install, actually to buy the plant outright, so that from day one, when we started operating that plant, we were already saving power costs. Chloride was very instrumental in the designing and the technical aspects, and were also very instrumental in delivering the project. We're able to observe all the project timelines that we had agreed upon, and even after commissioning the project, has been at hand to provide the support that we need. And therefore, it has been a fairly stress-free journey from when we engaged chloride. The reason why we settled on chloride again is we wanted a company that has got a reputation, preferably a Kenyan company that has a good record, a good reputation, and chloride fitted our criteria, and especially to provide after-sales support. That is so crucial for such a project. We are growers, we are not engineers. We do, so it's not an area we really want to spend time on, and chloride provides us with that comfort that we don't have to worry about that. Once we started running the plants became operational, we have been able to experience 20% savings every month of our power bills. That for us is a significant cost that can be invested elsewhere. Also, the system itself has been very efficient, and we have not had any major breakdown. I think the only one we had was during the testing, and therefore it has been very reliable source of power for us. We also are able to monitor online the performance of the system any day, any time of day or night. And chloride also keeps an eye on it. If actually there is an underproduction that is not expected, they will actually pick it up before ourselves.